Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Disenchantment episodes 5 and 6. That's right, we're doing 2 episodes this week. That's unusual for Disenchantment, because it's only a 10-episode show, so we've been trying to do 1 episode at a time. But here's the thing. Next week, due to Youmacon, I will not be able to record on Friday. So we're doing 2 this week to kind of make up for it. Plus, we've had a few weeks in the past and stuff where it's we've had some trouble getting stuff up, so making up for that as well. Excuse me. So yeah, for those of you who might have noticed earlier, there was no live stream as well. I want to bring this up real quick, because I did mention Youmacon with that. It was because I was trying to get some Youmacon issues figured out, and hopefully I think I have everything, mostly figured out by now. Hopefully. No promises on that, but I'm still working to get it all set. But everything should be going as normal, up until then. But yeah, so we have 2 episodes of Disenchantment today, and the last episode had Bean throwing a castle house party. And it was fun. She was trying to find someone to dance with and trying to find just someone who would accept her for her and not see her for her status and her position, which, like, is really sad when you think about it. It's like, she's only seen by many to be a princess, and when people find out, like, they're like, nope, I'm out, because they don't want the king to do anything to them. And it's like, because of it, she oftentimes gets shafted, from just being able to have fun and just be with anyone. I mean, I've only had 1 date in my life. I've talked about this before. I've never actually had a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a significant other of any kind. I've only been on a single date, and while it was great, it didn't end up going anywhere. I know what it's like to so desire companionship, especially with all my friends around me getting together or even getting married. I've had a lot of friends get married, and it's like, it legitimately makes me jealous, because I crave companionship, and I desire love. And there have been plenty of people in my life who I have had feelings for, but it's always been one-sided. So I know what it's like to be rejected and to be looked down upon for superficial reasons. So I really connected with her in there, and plus I just really found it sad, and she's so cute and funny and nice, and it's like, yeah, she's a bit of a troublemaker, but it's like, she doesn't do anything, like, actually malicious. She never, like, goes out of her way to hurt anyone. She just wants to enjoy her life. And I feel bad that it's like, every, like, turn she takes, something happens to keep her from doing so. There was also some other stuff in the last episode, like Oddball and the wizard dude apparently were part of an orgy. That was a thing. And the king was, he had gotten sick and everything, and he was being cared for by some guy who I'm not sure if was actually a doctor or not. I'm still unsure about that. Like, was he actually a doctor? Was he an escaped mental patient? I don't think it, like, 100% confirmed it either way. So it's like, I'm just really confused by that. But yeah, I'm excited for these 2 more episodes. I do have to get to this right away, because since it is Thursday, I do have to leave here around 4:30 or so in order to go to the bar for game night. So, yeah. So, that being said, we're going to get right into the reaction. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts. And will include spoilers. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, another set of very good episodes here. So the first one, Bean is banished from the castle after flunking out of nun school. And she basically is trying to find a job. She's living with her hand servant in the meantime, and is trying to just find a way to, like, be herself out in the world. She ends up basically getting a job as the assistant to her handmaiden's husband, who is an executioner. And so it seems like she has, I guess, a knack for torture, but not in, like, you know, the conventional sense. It's more like what she's doing is mildly annoying, and it's, I guess, being exaggerated for comedy as being torturous. But when she's about to actually do the job and execute someone, because the husband of the handmaiden ends up getting injured, she can't do it, because she can't just, like, kill someone just like that. And self-defense is one thing, but, like, just killing someone, it doesn't sit right with her. And I was kind of talking about that kind of thing in my pre-thoughts. How she's not a bad person. She's a bit of a troublemaker. Yeah. She drinks a lot. She's gotten high. She sneaks out, has all these mad parties and stuff, but she won't, like, kill anyone just for the sake of killing them. Not intentionally. The only time she'll, like, kill is, like, basically self-defense and whatnot. Even in that episode, which I'll get to, it was self-defense. Now, so she's the person she's going to execute is this cackling old witch who is being accused of all these crimes, including, I guess, the kidnapping of Hansel and Gretel. We later find out, as Elfo wanders up to the candy house, that Hansel and Gretel weren't, captured by the witch. They were adopted by her after they ate their parents. And then they tied her up, apparently cursed her, and started eating just other people. So Hansel and Gretel were the bad guys the entire time in this iteration. And so Bean is trying to escape them, going through this house of candy traps, basically, and fend them off. And she does end up killing them with the candy axe. But again, it's not on purpose. Well, okay. The first one, with Gretel, it's not on purpose. She's just kind of swings the axe backward and manages to slam it into Gretel's head. When she does it towards Hansel, it's on purpose because, again, self-defense. She's just trying to protect herself and get out of there. And eventually they end up blowing the place up, which we find out apparently had the witch's twin sister living in the attic. So, yeah, she did. So that one was an unprovoked killing, but they didn't know as well. So it still wasn't an intentional, just general killing. So yeah, it was accidental, if anything. But in the second episode, so our gang, I guess you could say them, goes to, I think it was called Drakmire, the home kingdom of Una, Og's second wife. And they're there for just this little peace meeting, just to kind of further enhance their kingdom's alliance. And while there, Bean is put in charge of being an ambassador, and she's doing an excellent job. Like, she's really good at that kind of thing. Like, it kind of harkens back to the episode before when she's trying to find a job that suits her. It's like, she could be good at that. And she was even willing to forego drinking to be able to do her job properly. It was Lucy who ruined things. Lucy snuck those really strong Jack Miriam drinks into Bean's soda. And because of it, she got extremely drunk and ruined everything. Ruined the alliance. And the Jack Miriams basically declared war. Which, that's fun. I wonder if that's going to come to a head at any point in this season. Now, fun fact, Disenchantment has been renewed for 3 more seasons, coming next year, 2020, and 2021. Yeah, we actually have that confirmed already. So the next 3 years, there's going to be more content for Disenchantment, which I'll definitely be reacting to. Provided, I mean, everything goes to where I'd still be doing this stuff then. You never know. Ugh, excuse me. You never know. Anything could happen. But if everything goes according to plan, I hopefully will still be doing this then. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes in the future. There's just a lot of possibility. I like the fact that straw man burning thing at the end was an effigy of Og. Like that was a nice touch, and I like how he's like, let's get out of here. We also got a little more of Og and Una's son. I cannot think of his name right now, but we got more of him, and it's like we really haven't gotten a lot of focus on him, so I'm kind of glad for that. He's not the smartest kid, but he seems to have a good heart. He's a nice boy, and he's really like kindly and good-natured. He's trying his best. He's truly trying his best. So he's one of those kind of characters who's like, you're not going to expect a lot from him. You're not going to expect him to be this great, developed, well written, amazing character. He's more of like Ralph from The Simpsons. You kind of like Ralph. He's nice. He's good-hearted. There's nothing wrong with him, other than the fact that he's just not a smart kid. He's kind of dumb, and yeah, it's just, you kind of feel bad for him a little bit, and it's kind of the same way here. And that's honestly a valid comparison because both of them are Matt Groening shows. So I was trying to think of someone in Futurama that would make a good comparison. The only character I could think of that would be considered like a lovable idiot would be Zoidberg, but it's not quite the same. Because Zoidberg at least has some level of intelligence to him. He's not a complete moron, and it's kind of different just with his character dynamic with the others as well. Yeah, I can't really think of anyone specifically that would compare for Futurama. And if you could think of anyone, let me know in the comments below. But either way, yeah, these were very good episodes. And Bean is just always adorable. Like, seriously, even when she's drunk off her ass, ruining the alliance of a kingdom, she's still fucking adorable. She's cute as hell. Seriously. I mean, I like her character. Like, I legitimately like who she is as a character. But I will not lie. A lot of my love for her does stem to the fact that I find her very attractive. I will not lie. She is extremely cute. And it says so right on my Twitter profile. I believe it's still on there. I'm a lover of cute things. I love cute characters in animation. Or just cute people. Cute animals. Anything that's cute is just instantly, like, is just something I instantly love. I'm just drawn to them. I guess the best way to put it is, when I see like a cute character or something in a show, or again, a cute animal or something, it's like my attention is instantly drawn to them and I notice them more. So that whenever we see their character development, their growth, their characterizations and everything, I tend to notice it more than with other characters who I don't necessarily find attractive or whatnot. Now, this isn't always the case. Like, for example, with My Hero Academia, I find Sue extremely cute and adorable and everything. But I won't argue that she hasn't had necessarily the most development of all of the students in the show. Bakugo and Izuku have had much more and better. I won't argue that. But I'm drawn to Sue a lot more, which is why, even despite her not having necessarily the most development or whatnot, or even necessarily the best out of what she has had, she's still my favorite character because of just, I personally am drawn to her. And this kind of goes with a lot of different shows. When I first started watching My Little Pony, I was drawn to Fluttershy because I found her to be the cutest. And eventually that changed to Pinkie Pie, but I'm still extremely drawn to Fluttershy because I do find her really adorable. She's not my favorite. I'd say she's probably she's not even in my top 3. My top 3 of the main 6 would be Pinkie, Rarity, and then Twilight. She would be in my bottom 3, but as I always say, I love all of them. Just because they're in my bottom 3, just even my least favorite of the main 6, which is, at this moment, Rainbow Dash. I still love Rainbow Dash. Like, she's just my least favorite. Doesn't mean I hate her. But yeah, I still adore Fluttershy. And especially in the later seasons, when she's become more assertive and everything. The Kieran episode from this past season, season 8, she was great in that. But yeah, overall, what I'm saying here is that is part of the big reason why I do like Bean. I will not deny that. I find her extremely adorable. I really wish there was a lot more fan art of her. And yeah, I just really want to watch the show partially because of her. A good part because of her. But it's not just that, is what I'm saying. I do love her for her character too. And I love the other characters. I really enjoy Lucy. I enjoy Elfo, Og, Una. I like all of these different characters because they all bring something to the table. And I think that's the big draw of Matt Groening's shows. With Simpsons, yes, I always found Lisa to be the better character in just design and her personality, her interests, her ideologies and stuff. I always found myself connecting more with Lisa. But that doesn't mean I don't like Homer or Bart or Marge or Flanders or especially Apu. Seriously, I don't know if you've heard, there's all that debate over whether Apu's racist or not. I would suggest watching the video by Hot Diggity Demon regarding Apu. It's 45 minutes, yes, but it's a really in-depth and well-articulated video explaining how Apu is actually one of the best characters in the show and how he is anything but racist. But I'm not going to get into all of that here because that's still very controversial. I would still suggest going to check that video out either way. Either way. And with Futurama. Like, my favorite character in Futurama is Amy. I know, I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, it's Leela, or some people will even say Zoidberg. And of course, there are the people who will just go with the obvious route and say Fry, or Bender. Bender is really popular. But no, for me, it was always Amy. Because I was drawn to her. I find her really freaking cute. I find her funny. I like her personality and her character. I like the development she goes through. I like her relationship with her friends and her family. And just how it grows and develops over time. And how we see more of it. I like other characters too. I love Zoidberg. I like Kip. I love Leela and Fry and all them. Hermes. And it's just like, she's the one who really draws me in. And Bean is that character for Disenchantment with me. So, yeah. I love this show, and I'm not going to lie, Bean being freaking adorable is part of the reason. Even when she's, like, blackout drunk, she's still freaking adorable. And that's why my thumbnail for this reaction, as you saw, is her being drunk. Because she's she's fucking adorable. I mean, seriously. I can only hope to one day find someone who's that adorable and lovable. That would be a dream. But yeah, I've talked about all of that long enough. These were two very good episodes. Like I said before, there will be no reaction to Disenchantment next week, because next Thursday I will be at Youmacon. Not the whole day, but the day before, the time of, before I leave on Thursday, I will be getting ready and everything, because right now there's been a bit of a big change of plans, and I don't fully know if I'm exactly what's going on. So it's going either one of two ways, basically, and either way, there's a lot to get ready for. So yeah. So no Disenchantment next week. As a reminder, tomorrow I will be doing 2 episodes of Inuyashiki, because just like with Disenchantment, no Inuyashiki next week, because again, I'll be at Youmacon. And there will just be no JoJo next week until probably after I get back. I'll probably do it then. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, though. Either way, tell me in the comments below what you thought of these episodes of Disenchantment. Did you enjoy the humor in them as much as I did? Did you find Bean as adorable as I did? And what do you think of the possibility of an ongoing storyline with this war with Drakmire? Like, do you think this is going to be a big thing going forward? And as always, if you know what's going to happen, because it's Netflix and these episodes are all released at once, if you know what's going to happen, if you know what the future episodes entail, please, no spoilers in the comments below. Or just anywhere on the channel. Please, just keep this spoiler-free for my sake, so these reactions can be as genuine as possible, as well as for the sake of those who watch who just might not know as well. They might be experiencing it with these reactions, for all you know. So please, just no spoilers. And in the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And though you've come through many obstacles, shed tears along the way, you're still standing, live, love, laugh.